You might think a $1 million fighter jet could go against just about anything, and well, you might be right, but not this one. Why did the US invest $412 billion of tax money on this jet? Was it worth it? Well, watch ahead to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the high-speed quicklime.
The F-35 Lightning II is a cutting-edge 5th-generation multi-role fighter aircraft crafted by Lockheed Martin Corporation. It stands as the world's most advanced fighter jet, serving the United States Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and several allied nations. With its sleek design, the F-35 Lightning II boasts exceptional stealth capabilities and impressive maneuverability, enabling it to excel in various missions, from air-to-air combat to air-to-ground attacks and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance ISR operations. Its state-of-the-art sensors, avionics, and weapon system grant it the ability to detect and engage targets at extended ranges and in all weather conditions. Powered by a powerful Pratt & Whitney F135 engine, the F-35 Lightning II can reach speeds surpassing Mach 1.6 and possesses an impressive combat range of over 1,200 nautical miles. Its extensive weapon-carrying capacity includes air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, and precision-guided bombs. While the F-35 program has encountered controversies related to its cost and development delays, it remains unrivaled as one of the most advanced and capable fighter jets globally. Features: the United States Armed Forces and allies use the highly developed and multifunctional F-35 Lightning II fighter jet, which was created by Lockheed Martin. Its ability to be stealthy, which is made possible by its distinctive design and radar-absorbing materials, is one of its most noteworthy attributes. Because of its stealthiness, the F-35 can operate with a smaller radar cross-section, which makes it more difficult for enemies to find and follow. Modern sensor fusion technology on the F-35 enables its sophisticated sensors to acquire and integrate data from numerous sources. The clear and comprehensive view of the battle space that this thorough data presentation gives pilots improves situational awareness and decision-making skills. The F-35 is no slacker when it comes to speed. It can travel at supersonic speeds of up to Mach 1.6 or around 1,200 miles per hour. The F-35B model also has the amazing ability to land vertically, making it appropriate for missions from amphibious assault ships and limited runways. The aircraft has cutting-edge avionics, including a sophisticated helmet-mounted display that gives pilots a 360-degree picture of their surroundings. This awareness and precision during flight and combat activities are further improved by this technology. The F-35 Lightning II is a multi-role fighter that is made to perform well in a variety of missions, including air-to-air combat and air-to-ground operations. It is a vital asset for contemporary military operations because to its adaptability and efficacy in many settings. Moreover, the F-35 is designed to be part of a network-centric warfare environment where it can seamlessly collaborate with other platforms and ground-based systems. This capability enables real-time data sharing and coordinated operations, enhancing overall mission effectiveness. Finally, the F-35 Lightning II's design emphasizes maintainability and ease of repairs. It features easily replaceable parts and a modular design, reducing maintenance time and ensuring the aircraft's availability for operations. The top civilian leader of the Air Force has openly acknowledged the significant flaws in the F-35 program, stating that it served as a valuable lesson on how not to procure a fighter jet. He's determined not to repeat the costly mistakes that plagued the F-35, which became the most expensive weapon program in its history and was marred by various issues. However, while this acknowledgement is encouraging, it appears that senior officials are still reluctant to address all the problems, particularly questioning the relevance of manned fighters in an era dominated by long-range precision fires and integrated air defense networks. Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall has recognized the importance of acquiring the intellectual property rights for the next-generation air dominance fighter. When the development contract for the NGAD program is awarded in 2024, the government aims to ensure ownership of the technology, a lesson learned from the F-35 debacle. Not securing the intellectual property from Lockheed Martin in the original 2001 contract has resulted in a series of ongoing challenges. This time, the government is determined not to repeat that mistake and take appropriate measures to prevent such issues in the future. Due to the government's lack of control over the data rights for the F-35 program, uniformed maintainers are unable to access the necessary technical data for effective maintenance work. This has led to a situation where the government cannot provide other companies with access to the essential technical information, resulting in Lockheed Martin enjoying a virtual monopoly on the highly profitable sustainment contracts for the F-35 program. Cost. As of 2021, the cost of an F-35 Lightning II aircraft can vary depending on the specific model and the quantities ordered. The F-35A, commonly used by the United States Air Force, is estimated to cost around $77.9 million per aircraft. For the F-35B variant, which is utilized by the United States Marine Corps and features vertical takeoff and landing capabilities, the estimated cost is approximately $101.3 million per aircraft. Lastly, the F-35C variant, designed for aircraft carrier use and equipped with a larger wingspan, is estimated to cost around $94.4 million per aircraft. The program has faced challenges with high costs and delays. The estimated total cost of the entire F-35 program over its lifetime has been reported to exceed $1.7 trillion. It's essential to consider the comprehensive costs associated with the F-35 program when evaluating its affordability and value. The program's price tag has been a significant point of discussion and analysis, with efforts to address cost concerns and improve efficiency ongoing throughout its life cycle. Expensive. The F-35 program is one of the most expensive military procurement programs in history. With an estimated total cost of over $1 trillion over the life of the program, this high cost has raised concerns about affordability and sustainability. The aircraft requires a high level of maintenance due to its complex systems and software, leading to challenges in obtaining specialized technicians and equipment, as well as spare parts. Software issues have caused delays in testing and development, and concerns have been raised about the reliability and effectiveness of the aircraft systems. Additionally, the F-35 has some performance limitations, such as its maneuverability and limited range and payload capacity. Despite being designed to be stealthy, the F-35 has certain limitations to its stealth capabilities, including susceptibility to certain radar types and degradation of its stealth coatings over time. Interestingly, the decision not to acquire the data rights from the beginning of the program was not an oversight by government contracting officers, but a deliberate choice influenced by a contracting trend known as total system performance responsibility. This approach effectively transferred the responsibility of equipment maintenance purchased with taxpayer funds to the contractors. Consequently, the contractors had little incentive to design products that were simple and easy to maintain, as their business model revolved around securing long-term sustainment contracts. Sustainment contracts are highly lucrative, as demonstrated by the substantial amounts awarded to Lockheed Martin, reaching up to $6.6 billion in 2021, to support the F-35 fleet for a 2-year period through 2023. As more aircraft are delivered, these contracts are expected to grow even larger. Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall has pledged to avoid excessive concurrency in future programs. Concurrency refers to the overlapping of development and production stages, a problem that has plagued the F-35 program. Kendall's commitment to address this issue is not surprising, considering he previously referred to the concurrency as acquisition malpractice during his time as the Air Force's top acquisition official. The practice of producing weapon systems before completing their design and validating them through rigorous testing results in systems and vehicles with design flaws and limited combat capabilities. Early purchases made during this phase often require costly retrofits to correct the discovered flaws, making them more expensive than later, fully tested versions. The F-35 program has indeed faced significant challenges, with over 530 aircraft purchased, all of which require retrofits to address design flaws and incorporate additional combat capabilities developed after their construction. The Government Accountability Office has estimated that the cost to upgrade these immature F-35s will amount to at least $1.4 billion. Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall has pledged to avoid the acquisition traps of data rights issues and excessive concurrency, which is a positive step forward. However, he has not yet addressed other major cost and schedule drivers, notably the problem of excessive complexity and political engineering, which have derailed many past acquisition programs. Regarding the Next Generation Air Dominance NGAD program, Kendall's statement during the House Armed Services Committee testimony in 2022 that each NGAD fighter would cost multiple hundreds of millions of dollars has raised eyebrows. The program is shrouded in secrecy, and little is known about it at this point. However, the high cost suggests that the aircraft may be equipped with a vast array of cutting-edge technologies envisioned by the designers. To ensure the success of the NGAD program and avoid repeating mistakes of the F-35, it will be crucial for the government and defense contractors to address not only data rights and concurrency issues, but also tackle challenges posed by excessive complexity and political interference in the engineering and acquisition process. A more sensible alternative to pursuing yet another complex and expensive fighter program would be to invest in improving our own air defense capabilities to counter potential adversary air forces. The addition of speculative and unproven technologies to a weapon system can significantly increase costs and delay the development process. An example of this is evident in the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, where the integration of 23 new technologies during its design phase resulted in a 30% cost increase and a 4-year development delay. The practice of adding excessive new technology to a weapon system often serves political purposes unrelated to its combat effectiveness. Each new gadget added creates new subcontracts distributed across various congressional districts, ensuring support in Congress. The F-35 program is an extreme example of this political engineering, as Lockheed Martin's website highlights the program's economic impact, involving suppliers from 47 states. The F-35 and B-21 programs continue to face challenges, with the F-35 remaining stuck in the development phase 22 years after its contract award and costs continuously escalating due to unresolved issues. The B-21, though hailed with grand speeches, has not yet achieved its first flight, leaving uncertainties about its capabilities and potential design flaws that may emerge during testing. It's important for defense policymakers to reevaluate the fundamental rationale of the Next Generation Air Dominance program. The assumption that a manned fighter is the most effective way to gain air supremacy and strike ground targets in modern warfare, especially with the increasing threat of advanced air defenses, warrants careful consideration. The substantial investments in stealth aircraft like the B-2, F-35, and B-21, as well as plans to retire aircraft like the A-10 based on assumptions about their survivability in defended airspace, need to be critically examined. Before addressing acquisition policies and cost overruns, a thorough analysis of the NGAD program's fundamental premise is crucial. Investing in advanced air defense capabilities and reevaluating the role of manned fighters in the face of evolving threats may lead to more effective and cost-efficient strategies in maintaining air supremacy and conducting ground strikes. The perspective of Air Force leaders, rooted in the belief that manned aircraft are the key to controlling the skies, may not necessarily be the best approach for all defense policy decision-makers. It is essential to question whether the Pentagon is approaching the problem in the right way and whether there are existing alternatives that should be explored before fully committing to the Next Generation Air Dominance program. One alternative to consider is improving and expanding ground-based air defense capabilities to counter adversary air forces. The success of the Patriot air defense system in Ukraine, where it was reportedly used to shut down a Russian hypersonic missile, demonstrates the effectiveness of such systems. The focus should be on achieving local air superiority, where friendly forces operate rather than necessarily gaining air superiority right up to the enemy's capital. There are existing and emerging solutions to penetrate an adversary's air defenses, including unmanned aircraft and standoff munitions launched from beyond the enemy's air defenses. The development of long-range precision fire systems by the U.S. Army and the availability of cruise missiles and emerging hypersonic missiles offer viable alternatives to manned aircraft for striking distant targets. Unmanned aircraft have also proven effective for the past 2 decades, showcasing their capability and versatility. Before committing more funds to the NGAD program, a thorough analysis of alternatives should be conducted, without assuming that manned aircraft are the only solution. Past successes with manned fighters do not automatically make them the most appropriate choice for the future. This is a crucial decision that requires careful consideration to avoid embarking on another lengthy and potentially costly acquisition program. Evaluating all options and considering the evolving threat landscape will ensure that the best and most cost-effective solution is pursued.